Carmel Cepoloni.
Mr Speaker, I'm not on the Select Committee for this bill, yes, but I may be at some point, who knows. But I am interested in it. I think, we are supporting this bill, and it's always good when we have agreement across the House that something is worthwhile supporting. We do feel that victims of crime can often feel unnecessarily stressed dealing with the prospect that their offender may be released each year, when in reality there is little prospect of that. So extending that period of time to between parole hearings from 12 months to 2 years is a good idea. The justice system must work, Mr Speaker, to support and protect the victims of crime. And maybe this is not the answer to doing that entirely, but this is one way in which we can do that. Our vision, Mr Speaker, is of a New Zealand that guarantees civil and human rights, provides equal and full access to justice, and achieves real public safety rather than just delivering immediate punitive measures. Currently, the Parole Board is required to consider every offender who is eligible for parole at least once every 12 months, where, as I said, there is little chance an offender might be released. This causes unnecessary harm to victims and slows down the hearing process. While we must have a fair parole system for offenders who have accepted their actions and are ready to be rehabilitated, however, where they are not accepting of their actions or able to be rehabilitated, then the parole hearings really are a waste of time. So this bill builds on previous work done by Labor, and I do want to acknowledge the former Labor Speaker, the Honourable Phil Goff. The Parole Board, as we know it today, comes from the work of Phil Goff, actually. There does need to be assurances, Mr Speaker, that suitable candidates for parole are not being detained longer than necessary. Changes at Select Committee with the insertion of Section 21A and B address this, though. The Select Committee also said that in the consideration of the bill, it became clear that information on civil protection orders was not automatically available to the Parole Board. The Select Committee said they saw value in the Board having access to information on civil protection orders, which may be relevant to their decision making. And so the Select Committee raised this issue with the Minister of Justice for her consideration, and they are hoping the Minister will look at this. So there were changes made at the Select Committee, Mr Speaker. By majority, the Law and Order Committee recommended the bill pass with the following amendments. So the first is replace the term risk milestone with relevant activity, as it was deemed more neutral and does not imply a measure of potential risk. Another change was inserting clause 5A so that standard release conditions applied automatically would be treated as if they were imposed by the Board. The third change, Mr Speaker, was changing references to the Department of Corrections in clauses 10, 11 and 12 to the manager of the prison in which the offender is detained. Mr Speaker, we support this bill. We support the changes that have been made at Select Committee. And I look forward to hearing more speeches on this particular bill in the House, Mr Speaker. I'm sure that all sides will have something valuable to offer. Thank you.
The member. This debate is interrupted and is set down for resumption next sitting day. The House stands adjourned until 2 p.m. on Tuesday, the 25th of November 2014.